Well, hello and how are you? It is I, your friend Kat Udero, and we are doing our celestial attunement today. We're attuning on a Tuesday, we're sharing on a Wednesday, as I will be, or actually, I apologize, we're recording on a Monday, and we are sharing on a Wednesday, as I will be with the family, preparing for some life changes coming up, and yeah, we're just going to get tuning in. If you're new around here, I always say get cozy, get yourself a blanket. I've got a blanket. I've got myself some water. Water. And I've got myself a safe space to be in. So, and then they also recommend potassium intake as part of your self-care. So, today we are kind of upgrading and doing things a little bit differently, as I'm just really leaning into my celestial aspect as he shows up to guide and share content, love, laughter, all that good stuff. And yeah, he really wants to get in with it, go in with the meditation now. And what I'm feeling is the theme that he's presenting is in his playful way is when you trust yourself the least, that is the time to love yourself the most. So when we do these attunements, I never know how they really are going to play out. I kind of have a starting point, I think. But at this point, I've learned, much like in life, surrender is really the best way to go, and following the lead of the light. The light within and the light without, the light in our lives. The light that illuminates us from within. Yeah. So, with that, I'm going to just remind yourself to get comfortable. If you want to lay down, that's great. And if you fall asleep, that's great. There's, you do you. And, we will see the archangels are already showing up and being very present. And this is a space for you to tune into the love that is pouring up to you and out to you, through you, unconditionally. And one thing I really like to do is I like to make sure that we get awkward with each other and that we just kind of get the awkwardness out of the way. If you're, a nerd, if you're like any of that, oh my goodness, all the things we do to ourselves. So being empathic, sometimes it feels really overwhelming to get into a group and get into a cluster. So even energetically, I want you to know that you are meant to be here, and this is for you, and that there's no like do it the way that's right for you. It's your space, so you set it up in a way that supports your incubation, your regenesis, your healing, your attunement, etc. So they just come in with a love, and light. And Archangel Ariel, Ariel, showed up earlier, and she's just bringing in a lot of like optimism and like new paths. She's talking a lot about a new path energy for people, and she's talking about. Well, she says she's gonna talk more about that, but that's kind of her overall view topic that she wants to step into when she does this with us. There are other angelic aspects or archangel aspects coming through that will be, giving their insight as we go and as we connect into our breath and connect into our body. And connect into this moment, wherever you are, however you are, whatever you're feeling. This attunement will involve light language and toning, and I encourage you to leave comments and share it out to others as you find it useful to them. Check out the links below. Okay. Erkevasam dodon dever dur keviandader Jurkvehe do kufisifi donna kafiatatir. Jurkevevasend kututur. Jizi under den davatayatutun. Ko keveve do shividi indion nongo go vetir. Juviatitir. Ugo vaveta sur che veta dondra vatia satir. Jurver do cafafer. Do hotiatatir. Così anna ragazzatir. Juvender di annanai datatir. Ger do kofisi Jord diatatir. Dorki diatatir. Please breathe deep down into your belly. Please breathe deep down into your earth star chakra. The chakra that exists between you and the heart space of Gaia. The triple-headed goddess, Gaia, the divine mother aspect that holds many aspects in one, expressing itself through the earth, through your earth star chakra, through your relationship to the earth, through your relationship to your body, through your relationship to your physique, and how you nurture and care for yourself. Bersiata si ki isi tata kaviata tasatir, turdisi titri fefatir, kuver diata fatata diata soto, ciusi fifi iti don ragata sadiata si, ciusi fiata tir, tiu. There's someone being lovingly chastised about wanting to have more of a light body, their light body activated. And this avian energy, along with Ariel, are conferring about how are you treating your body, though? Are you trying to leave your body and transcend your body and have a light body and escape your physical body? Or are you including your physical body in on the journey? So this very maternal energy comes forward with them. And they're going to hold your astral body and your star body in your physical body and kind of squeeze your feet together, or squeezing your feet with their hands, squeezing your energy body and your physical body together so that you learn to really honor your star body, your physical body as your star body, which is a common conversation with my celestials, that this star body you're currently wearing is really included in the investigation of consciousness and ascension. Turkviasiki iti don ragavasiatoto Jervelder don do din diagavateata Jurver don riafiasatater Orga visi si. They're telling me that within the genealogy is your sacred star family, as your genealogy and your starseed genes activate, and how you start to ascend and activate the physical body's light signatures, inherent light signatures. Well, what a fantastic way to keep people from turning on their genealogy is to give them trauma, because the trauma will impede them from going within and feeling deeper within. And with that trauma comes a limitation, because they will never go beyond that pain threshold and therefore they will try to ascend and leave their body, as opposed to understanding the star body, the physical star body, your human star body as your essential gateway into nirvana, into oneness. Thank you. So they are breathing with us now. They are breathing in this beautiful energy from Gaia, from the heart of Gaia, through our legs, through our knees, through our hips, in through the back of our legs, through our blood, through our breath, into our lower back. Drink that beautiful, unconditional, eternal energy, power energy, love energy, magic energy that is Gaia, up through your legs, up through your hips, up through your tummy. Oh, and settle into the nest of your body. Think of your belly as the nest of your body, and allow yourself to cleanse and clear here. So many emotions can be captured here, and this is where we can forfeit and forego our spiritual healing and evolution and activation, because we will allow the history of what has been, the memory of what we have experienced, to guide our vulnerability, as opposed to the love, the greater love that is seeking to hold us and heal us from the memory and integrate the power that was stolen, the life that was taken, the love that was broken, however it may have experienced in the trauma of your body and being. Walking through your body like a garden and taking out the aspects that no longer serve, and allocating energy and resources to fostering a healthy ecosystem within your emotional body, your physical body, the garden of your intestinal systems. This is acting as if your star body, your physical body, is sacred and matters. Endur kirdon dendriti unturar denduvato julke verdun tiananatiatatir jul verdun yakatir urverser kerdun exun derdo jerviando kia foto Verte kia satater dun kiendianana endariato giatater. Ercorer shotorer churkerer tore Kiriekiondo hokere jonaterete elkote etiu ekiu Siatan nondor girdan aldi al doctor gel kukovasietiti jorkevatian dietater. For one, they are saying, many things can be at once, many things that would appear as contradictory in your initial perception can be causal plane realities connecting into each other, and reflections into and of each other, as of course there is only one expression in many forms. So, as you hold up finger puppets and place them upon your fingers and see many characters at once, there's only two hands with the many characters, and in the two hands there is one body, and within the one body there is the one heart, and within the one heart there is the one consciousness. So even in duality we are playing very clever games of deception and disguise, appearing as dark and light as we learn to merge back into the union of Christ consciousness and the expression of the eternal now as the infinite love of Source awakens within us all. Evesi dan riasakottor der kirtian no verdi cerdo gavatia kuntu tutti si vier giorgavato tutur dirti chi viendo da terra jur verker don diano fiasater. We are breathing into our bodies. We are allowing the energy to flow from Gaia up through our core. If you are laying down, imagine the energy rising up through your back or up through the soles of your feet as it pours up from the earth and sings through the soles of your feet and dances through your legs and up into your kneecaps and into your hips. And if it feels very and quite good to move your hips and to let your body move around, to make weird sounds and just let yourself express as this energy drinks up through the center of you. Maybe it tickles your nose, maybe it pours down into your elbows, maybe it unlocks a song inside your heart, maybe there are tiny tears that start to well up as you remember the beauty of who you really are, held in the infinite oneness that we all are together. Eversiti fi danna cavater, dorgred da ver dentro fisisi torgred dondo gugu vundo visisi vidier, jasaveti do ver donnai, crer gasakater dondo go visiti dio, boldo shotodo fundo. Organdesi tu tuiti fun. For some of you, unlocking your power will feel like a flood of emotion, accompanied by fear, followed by joy, accompanied with relief, followed up with panic, to be then ran through with a little butter knife that is just nagging at you. Parts, aspects, these aspects of disconnection, these aspects where you don't believe in yourself, anything that's left within you that doesn't serve the truth, the universal love that you know you've come to channel into the world. Cafecity donno cavato o dofi isi crador gavisisi der dodofu fundiater. And they remind us that self-attack is disguised in many, many ways. And it can show up as trying to get it right. Archangel Gabriel is referring to this whole thing where not being allowed to play and not being allowed to fall down and learn the rules the hard way, and like all of this lack of grace, this is where we forget that life is seeking to support us because we are trying to get it right and show everyone that we know what we're doing. And this whole construct of living outside of the love that seeks to guide us, hold us, support us, make us laugh. Thank you. So let's breathe that energy of connection up from the earth, up into our hips, into our lower back, into our beautiful heart space, up through our solar plexus, into that internal fire, that solar sun that is above the belly and below the rib cage, in the front of your body, in the center of your body, where generally we have a lot of emotions that are about not good enough and sorrow, and it can be a lot of it's like a dirty filter on your car's engine. You want to, if I'm getting that analogy correct, you are getting the some filter in the car, the carburetor, I think that's what it is, but you're getting a filter cleansed and taken out of the car, and you're getting it cleaned out. And this is, think of that as your emotional center, your carburetor, or the carburetor of your body in your solar plexus center, where you are allowed to push through the energies of the universe in love and healing and abundance and connection and power and truth and beauty, etc. And so if you give yourself permission to unlock that, and you can also let out what isn't that first. And if you want to belch, if you want to burp, anything that wants to express itself, all of that is you coming back into yourself and expressing, releasing, transmuting anything that isn't you in compassion, and saying thank you for what you gave me, and I put you into the light, and I cleanse, and I clear, and I release any emotions that might be attached. I release any memories, and I hold them dear, and I'm no longer attached, but I value them. I value what I've had. Archangel Ariel comes back in saying that yes, this is where change is abundant for many of you right now. And you will not be able to live in the ways that you've lived before, and you'll not be able to associate to life in the way that you had done before. And that you are not alone, and we want you to remember community in a very strong way now. And look around you for resources, ask questions, be proactive, and find those hearts that, like yours, know there's a better way, and that you hold the better way, and that you are anchoring the better way, discovering it, co-creating it, all of the ways that you have shown yourself that you can be a light worker, a warrior for love, a generator of peace, an anchor of harmony, an expresser of the divine. We see you, and we acknowledge you. We know who you are. We know who's coming to terms with their awakening and who is surrendering in, and we are gathering with you. The energy is very, very strong now. Feel the calling within and without, and surrender to the flow, and surrender to the transitions and the energy that is coursing up through Gaia, up through your body, into your heart center. Thank you, Kyle. And we are breathing the energy up into our heart, up through our arms. Thank you, Ariel. We're breathing the energy up through our throat, up through our shoulders, down through our arms. The angels have spoken to me more than once about expanding our wing space expanding our energy, expanding our presence in the world. For empaths, that can be especially challenging. For empaths, it is especially daunting. And yet, your power to radiate frequency through you as a light worker, a love warrior, all the great ways that you express yourself in the world. Taking up your entire space makes you a beacon of love on the planet, and it alerts people to the fact that they can find their own, and that it is within them, and that you are modeling how it looks. They're finding their way home within themselves when we illuminate ourselves from within. So in true service, we take up all of our space. We express all of our power, and it is that word power that people get stumped on, because it has come to mean power over, as opposed to full expression, the full expression of you, the full wingspan. Do you say to a bird that has expanded their arms into the air, "You're taking up too much airspace with your wings, bird, don't go that far with your wings in the air"? Would you tell an archangel to not expand the glory of their angelic light and to retract it because it's too big? And yet you are an exception. You are meant to stay small. You are meant to stay a larva, a pupa. What are you wanting? What are you saying yes to for your next expression? This surrender that you are agreeing to fall into, to surrender into, and to embark in as a divine, beautiful creature from the stars who carries light waves, light frequencies, star DNA within you, and as you, awakening on so many levels and layers. And as you bring the light through your solar plexus and release what is no longer yours, knowing that it is not yours to impale yourself upon the history of your ancestors and their emotional signatures on your genetic line, that it is for you to rise up in all of your beauty and power and light, full extension of wings, in flight or in swimming. If you were a beautiful swan, and you dunk deep beneath the waters and explore the depths of yourself, coming home, realizing that all ugly ducklings are just like weeds in the wrong garden. Everything is beautiful, everything is perfect expression, and once you see the beauty of you through the eyes of the universe, it is both humbling and irresistible. And you will come back to this fountain of love, no matter how the ego may try to pull you away and entice you with the selves, the past selves once known. Everde si fier danakater to fier, dur verde si titi I tul tenakater to nerkete chasetete. A feline lion goddess is with us, and she has appeared, and she's holding up these Egyptian things. I forget what they're called, but she did a ceremony where she closed the past for someone whose life is over with who they've known they were and what they were doing. She just helped you cut it, or not cut it, but close that portal to your past self, so that you could now open to the portal of your, to the reality of your new self, this new earth, ancient Egypt, new earth expression that you are exploring within your own writings and work, and the way that you show up, meditations, all of it. So beautiful. So thank you, Lion Goddess. She says there are many Egyptianites here. She's calling you Egyptianites, people of the old Egyptian world before it was Egypt. She's pointing to so many and saying this is like a coming home in this time of awakening. It's like coming home for many, and it's really exciting for them on this side as well. So thank you. She's blessing us. Reminding us of our fractal selves and how we show up for ourselves in timelines and in our futures and in our past. That we are always coming home to ourselves, bringing ourselves home in all of our many aspects. That is the will of the One. It has begun. All right, we are going to anchor ourselves now. Continuing to release. If you feel discomfort, do what you need to do. If there's a point where you need to take a bio break, you take a bio break. The energy is with you, but just make sure that you move very cautiously and very with awareness, because this is a time where you are feeling much. You may be in an altered state, so be gentle with yourself as you take care of yourself. Verdo di irdin ko undeke kiata das deserton non verdana kota derdo gerda dio urde ventur kufisil shurvat fifir don to shitioto jo almost. Svietatir dan kafisi ididir jorger vever don alariata saterto jer kiatater. They remind us, your authenticity frees others. Remember, your authenticity frees others. Our authenticity frees others effortlessly. Underline, circle, highlight, effortlessly. And so it is. Alright, we are now being drawn up from our heart center, bringing this earth from Gaia up through our feet, up through our hips, up through our arms, through our noses, through our throats, through the back of our heads, through our breath, through our blood, through our intention. And they're saying also, of course, you are welcome to speak light language. You're welcome to move your body. You're welcome to express yourself in ways that is authentic for you. This is an incubator space of oneness. And it is very sweet and sacred and held in love, in absolute love. They bring that beautiful Gaiatric love, the love of Gaia, the triple-headed goddess, that energy up through our legs, through our bodies, through our hearts, through our throats, into our third eye, through our jaws, through our eyeballs, through our earballs, through our nostrils, through our brain. Oh, let that light just come up and massage all parts of you. Up into the scalp, up into the third eye chakra. Ergavanater. Njuldodohu di 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 erdam nakovaka sitir di fitir. Njildel dodogobodo ubu. Childi hu de vevevesendia. Njildgul gavam van bobodo fiu. There's talk about how fun it is when you realize that you can be multidimensional and you can show up for yourself in many spaces at once. And that this is a ride, this is a journey, this is an experience, it's an expression of the multidimensional self, of which you are experiencing and expressing right now. So they're drinking this energy up into our third eye, our crown chakra. And they're calling in the glorious celestial light that is pouring down from from the stars, from the heavens, from everything around us. The photons, everything that's just coming in from source energy that's here to support us. We can drink that in through our crown chakra. We can drink it in through our celestial chakra, which is generally about 2 feet above your head. I say it is where you feel it is. Where you feel connected to your celestial family, whether it's through dream time, through meditation, through your art, through long walks in nature, working with children, riding a boat along the ocean. Getting married, falling in love, having a child. All these divine expressions of your life. This is where you are bringing your celestial self into, to shine the greatest light that you are in love, and holy matrimony to yourself with yourself. And knowing that there's no way to get it right and there's no way to get it wrong because it's awakening. Do you ever judge people on how they awake? Can you imagine someone sitting by your bed and they judge you as you wake up, and they're like, well, she woke up really slow. She was rubbing dust out of her eyes for at least 2 minutes. That's like what? A 4? No one's here to judge your awakening. She sprang out of bed. It's a 10. Oh, well, you know, like, some of us had pizza last night before we went to bed. Some of us had a beer. Some of us went to bed early. It's okay. Everyone, we're not being judged in our awakening. And the amount of light that you're bringing in is the amount of light that you have surrendered to. And the more that you surrender to this light, and the more that you bring it in through your expression and your connection and your exploration of self within self within self within self within self, things can't help but start to align. And that which does not align reveals itself, and that's part of your journey too. Ariel is back, and she's bringing in a lot of energy from the sun. So even if you're listening to this at midnight, and again, you follow what feels right for you, however you're experiencing this. But in my experience of this, and that's where I'm going to lead from, she is bringing in energy with the sun through our crown chakra. And drinking it in with our breath, we can take it in through our celestial chakra, through our crown chakra, into our body. And she's telling us, as we drink this light in through our body, down into the earth, that if we attune ourselves to the rhythms of the sun and how this star being is adjusting himself and coming into a new expression, we will be able to clear things with a bit more efficacy. Is that the right word? That we will be able to navigate with a bit more solidarity in what's happening, because it will bring in the active solar energy, but will also tune in our intuition, because we are grounding it in a loving, mindful, compassionate, relationship-oriented way into Gaia's open arms, and communicating with Gaia that we are children of the sun and that we are children of the light, as well as children of the earth. And once we can create a current, this cross current of connection within our body by doing attunements, by doing our own investigatory work and self-attunement, self-exploration, that riding currents of change becomes more like riding waves as opposed to punching down a wall. And so they're inviting this wave frequency to all of you as it is available, and it is dancing and spinning around us, showing up in your heart center, inviting that sunshine down into your heart center, down through your rib cage, out through your back, down through your belly, your solar plexus lighting up. Like recognizes like. The sun of your solar plexus responding to the light of the center of the sun, the center of the earth. You are an luminous star being. You are a luminous star being of love light and physical expression of cells and bones and body and the soil of Gaia's dreams expressed in human form. Again and again and again until we ascend. And then we support Gaia, we support the newborns, we support the celestials, we support infinite source awakening as us through us. In easy alignment, yoga, tai chi, qigong, walking in nature. How do I do it? How do I do it? What's it look like? How do I stay here? You are here. This is you. And you are finding many doors to come back to you over and over again, because that's all there really is. On the other side are all the aspects of you, of oneness, of eternal love, of family, of heart to heart to heart, of the remembering of oneness within the awakening of this universe. Breathe in all the starlight that is within and around. Focus it wherever you'd like to focus in these last few breaths together. If it's your abdomen, if it's your ankle, if it's your jaw, your solar plexus. Breathe it in and hold it there for a moment. See the light expanding as it massages and caresses and soothes and unfolds this area. Exhale. Be the beauty that you are. Feel what you feel. Know what you know. Inhale. Hold. Be. Sense. Experience. Now exhale, exhale, exhale it all the way out, and now hold, exhale to hold. You are safe, you are loved, you are an eternal child of the oneness of which we all are. Inhale. Receive the safety of being awake and alive in your beautiful body, that you're always connected in all ways, in all times, in all dimensions, in all expressions. Come into a breathing pattern that feels good for you. Allow the energy that is with you to move through your body as it will. Just be present to yourself. If it feels good to massage your shoulders, rub your belly. Squinch your toes together. Shrug your shoulders. Be with yourself now in this resonant field of light that you have opened up within yourself, portal within portal, being within being, love within love. You are a light being of oneness incarnate. It is so. And now we go together forward into the next moment as we slowly come back, opening our eyes, returning to the space that we are sharing on the planet, in the world, of light and dark, love and laughter, peace and joy, revolution and healing. Thank you, everyone. It was an absolute pleasure to be with you in this space. If you found this to be valuable, please let me know in the comments. And we'll see if future Katman showed up to talk in the chat, in the live stream chat. If you did, future Katman, hey, looking good. So now, friends, I've got essential oils in front of me. I'm going to put, what sounds good? I'm going to clear my energy a little bit with some eucalyptus. So this is about self-care at this point. We're thinking about how we're going to take care of ourselves next. Eucalyptus is very clearing of the head. And then I'm going to give myself a little bit of lemon to brighten up my energy. Oh gosh, that's so great. It's like my nose is drinking in the citrus. Well, that's what it feels like. And then lavender. One of my main guides is gifting me with lavender these days. It helps me feel grounded and connected to his love in my life. And so, as we take care of ourselves, we are going to just give ourselves tiny little things that we know that we can do for ourselves today that feel like kisses. So give yourself some kisses today and decide what those are for you, and then give those to yourself today, because you're sort of seeding the same energy that you're basking in into the rest of your day, into the rest of your week, and let yourself be challenged. That gives me a really good idea. Anyway, that's for another time. Speaking of ideas, and speaking of essential oils and colors, lemon, lavender. So this week we have Carla Macbeth coming in for our show on Sunday, or Saturday rather, our regular time, 9 a.m. Pacific and noon Eastern. She is so connected to the Fae, and she's so connected. Like, yeah, she's somebody who, when working with her, it opened up my own psychic in archives to some really like deep information about our extraterrestrial and celestial and Fae family. And it was really cool. It was just a great experience. And so she's somebody she's got all this going on. And she's showing up in the corporate world to be like, I've got some things that I can do with color and sound that will bring you into a state of like balance and wholeness. And it's actually like between you and me, and we all know it on the inside. It's the ancient Egyptian stuff they used to do to get people back into wholeness and wellness, working with the 12 colors, the 12 chakras, or chakras. And so she's doing that on the DL with people. So she's like, it's like a fairy who shows up and pretends to be something that it's not, in order to teach you something about yourself. You know what I mean? It's just beautiful. So that's who she is. And so we're very excited about this. And yeah, we'll be talking with her. And I want to make sure that you also know I've got all of our links down below. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one, we can do one-on-one attunements. I can also do a 30-minute reading. I can tell I'm a little nervous and shy about promoting myself. I can do 30-minute readings with you as well, where we connect into what the questions you have. You might want to do some house cleaning before you do a full attunement. So if you want to do house cleaning with me and do a reading, that's great. I call it psychopathic reading because I'm a psychic empath and so clever. But they're called psychopathic readings, and I tune into your peeps. And I give you the lowdown from a place of love, but I'm also very real. We're very real. And then the attunements are like this that we experienced today, but really, again, how it looks with you, I don't know, because it comes through. But amazing connections and results and feedback so far. So with that, you can also just send me donations for this today if you're feeling like, gosh, that was great. I really want to like give you a kiss back, Mr. Katman. I've got donation links down below. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I need to update my Instagram better. Like I post, but I need to change the formatting of it, what I do with it. Anyway, but I'm there. I'm there every day on Instagram, and then our Facebook group for Third Eye Salon. Connect with us there. And I think, is there anything else I need to talk about? I think that's good. Other than make sure you have water, potassium, do some stretching, do some love, self-love, show up for yourself in the way that you would want others to show up for themselves. You know, we got to walk or talk, back or smack, as Linda Colderburge has said more than once and more than one occasion. So, but we do it with love and fulfillment and little celestial kisses. With that one, everyone, we'll see you this Saturday. Please connect, comment, like, share, subscribe, do the jazz, and I'll do the jazz with ya. Jazz hands. Baby Jesus.